Hello, everyone, and welcome to Invitation to Puzzles. While I was looking at setting up for my course on Sudoku design for the semester, I was looking at some New York Times Sudoku puzzles because that's how a lot of people first do Sudoku, is by doing the New York Times. And if you didn't know, the New York Times every day for free posts an easy puzzle, a medium puzzle, and a hard puzzle that require increasingly complicated techniques. So in the lingo, I think that easy puzzles require nothing more than singles. So that is, I think the easy puzzle shouldn't require anything more than there's only one place you can put 6 in this box, so the 6 goes here. Or if I look at this cell, this digit can only be, well, it can't be 1, 2, 3. Oh, it sees a 4 there. Can't be 5, 6. Oh, and it can't be 7 because there's a 7 in the box. There's an 8 in the row, so it must be 9. Those are the two kinds of singles. But I thought it would be fun to do a series where I picked a day, so I just have chosen today. August 23rd is when I'm recording this, if you are curious when you are seeing this. And I'm going to do the easy as a video, the medium as a video, where you will need to know things like naked pairs and triples, maybe a few other corner marking, some things like that. And then I'll do the hard, where often you need some, basically there's a few little tricks like hidden triples or whatnot. So I'm going to sort of showcase these and talk through the notation that I use for these puzzles in general, and what these sort of methods are. And I thought this would be a great way to review, especially if you're newer to Sudoku, what some of the notation is and what sorts of things we look for. Okay, so today we're going to have a look at the easy. So, by the way, I've put all of these into Sudoku Pad. There's a link in the description if you want to try it. So part of this is going to be talking about things that you can write down in Sudoku Pad. And so one of the things you might do, especially in an easy grid like this, is that you can click sort of a digit at a time. So you can say, what is it that I can say about ones? And then you can look at that and you can see, in this case, I've got a lot of ones. And so one of the first things I see is that in box 2, these two ones look up and rule 1 out of all of those cells. So this is what we call a hidden 1. This is a hidden 1 in box 2, if we want to use all of the lingo that we can. We can continue now. There's also a hidden 1 in box 3 if you look over, because this one sees over, that one sees over, that one sees up. So we've got that one, and in fact, there's a 1 here, owing to these two ones looking over and those two ones looking down. And I think that's actually all the ones. If you look in every box, or if you double click, you can see that's 9 ones. So in fact, ones are done. And so now we can look at 2s, and we can see if we can repeat any of our success. I see these two 2s look up and place a 2 there. I see these two 2s look over, and together with that 2 looking up, place a 2 here. And then these two 2s look up, placing a 2 there. And let's see, our last 2, I think, in the grid is going to go here because of the 2s looking up. And so we have all of that. Okay, so what about 3s? What can we say about 3s? Okay, so for the first time, we have not complete clarity. I don't think there's any 3s that are immediately placeable. So we could look for harder things, but we need not. But if you want to, we could look for other things. But let's just, for in the spirit of the New York Times easy puzzle, let's just keep going digit by digit, and then if we aren't done, we'll figure out stuff from there. So I do see that we get a 4 placed here. And now we have a 4 placed here. Note this 4 in this box required that we place this 4 first. Before we placed this 4, 4 was not placed in this box, but now it is. And so now the 4s look over here and place a 4 here. And now we've got our 9 4s. So uncreatively, I'll next look at 5s. Let's see. I see I've got the 5 in box 1 nailed down. Let's see. This combination of horseshoe-shaped 5s, that one, and that one, are going to place the 5 in box 9. Let's see, there's the 5 in box 7. There's the 5 in box 5. And that's all the 5s. Okay, 6s. Let's see. So in box 2, we've got that 6. Over here in box 4, it looks like 6 only goes there. 6 goes here. And I'm just double clicking it to make it highlight all of the digits if I didn't say that very clearly. Okay, so we've got all the 6s. So 7s. Let's see. The 7s here, look across and place that 7. So it places that 7. Let's see, we've got these placing that 7. These placing this 7. So one of these two is a 7, and one of these two is a 7. And so now I've got a little ambiguity. You'll see this come up a lot, where I can place all but 2 7s, and so I know one of these two is a 7 and one of these two is a 7. And so basically there's 2 worlds. Either both of those are 7s or both of these are 7s, but I don't know which one. And if you want, we could mark that. We'll probably talk about that more in the medium puzzle. I'm just going to leave it for now and say that, well, I've done 7s. Let's look at 8s. Okay, so 8s, if I look up at box 1, I get that 8. If I look over at box 5, I get that 8. If I look over here, I get that 8. Let's see, if I look down here, these two 8s look down and make that an 8. If I look up here, I get that that's an 8. And then if I look down, I get that that's an 8. And I think that's all my 8s. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. No, sorry, I'm missing one. That's an 8. There we go. Now, I mentioned at the beginning that you can fill in hidden singles and naked singles. So hidden singles is every single thing I've done in this puzzle so far. A naked single is a cell that sees all but one digit. And so one place that you should always look is any cell, like, in fact, any of these cells, where either every digit in its row, except for one, every digit in its column, or every digit in its box. So in this case, this is the only digit left to put in box 1. So when someone says a naked single, what they mean is I can look and I see, okay, this is not a 1, it's not a 2, and it's not a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So therefore it is a 3. So that is what a naked single 3 looks like. Here, this one actually is a naked single in every possible way. In its row, it's the only digit left. In its column, it's the only digit left. And in the box, it's the only digit left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's a 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's see. Okay, this is a naked single in the row, so it's a 3. And now you're more than welcome if you want to go back and look at digits again, but as long as you can sort of see that there's rows, columns, or boxes that have only one digit left, so in this case I'm looking at column 1, I would just fill those in until done. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that's a 9. Now 1, 2, this is a 3 for this box. Okay, we can do this row, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's a 7. Okay, in this column, I seem to be missing a 3. Let's see, in this row, that's a 9. In this column, that's a 3. Now, if you actually remember, we said the 7s are either here and here or here and here. So we actually know this is going to be a 7. But if you don't remember, you can just count through the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No 7. And then we've got the 8 and the 9. It is, by the way, if you're at all uncomfortable with your scanning or if you're not sure, when I'm doing it just to double check, I actually go further than I need to. So a lot of the time. So there I actually went one. So when I didn't have this, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't see a 7. But then I actually counted the 8 and the 9 to make sure they were there, because it's easy for me, at least. I don't know. This might just be because my brain is weird. It's easy for me to say, oh, there isn't a 7 when actually there's a 7 right there. And so sometimes you won't notice. Do note that if you're in Sudoku Pad and you have error checking enabled, it will tell you if you try and do something silly, like put a 7 in a row or column with a 7. But I like to be a little bit careful. Okay, so now we've got this row. 1, 2, there's a 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and then we've got 1, 2, that's a 3. And now we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And there we go. So that is a New York Times easy puzzle. Okay. So next time, just as a preview, we're going to have a look at the New York Times medium puzzle. And you'll see that we're going to need to think quite a bit more than we did here in order to make sure we see what's happening. All right, but we're going to stop there for today, and we'll pick up next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.